This is QTV News and I am Jenna Basonko. Coming up, 8 people are in custody having been arrested for drug-related offences. Enforcement officials say this is a continuation of a crackdown on the use and sale of illegal drugs. The first ever regional conference in the Gambia has ended. The event brought together security chiefs from the ECOWAS sub-region to discuss and share ideas on tackling cybercrime. The Gambia Press Union is getting ready to host its 4th Journalism Awards night. The event, which will coincide with the World Press Freedom Day, will reward entries in 13 categories. Those are our top stories, and now the news in detail. Stay with us. The Committee of Intelligence and Security Services of Africa, in collaboration with the West Africa sub-regional body ECOWAS, held a 2-day conference on cybercrime, hosted by the State Intelligence Services in Senegambia.
The theme of the conference was cyberspace, a challenge to national, regional and international peace and security. Cybercrimes are offenses to intentionally harm an individual or group, using modern communication technologies such as the Internet. The conference was the first ever featuring regional security chief to be hosted in the Gambia. At a press briefing at the conference, it was explained that the aim was to share ideas to tackle security threats in cyberspace. Usman Sow, Director General of State Intelligence Service, outlined why cyberspace was chosen as a topic of discussion on national security.
Focused into the future, based on current trends. And when this topic was chosen, it was chosen because we think it's a topic that touches all lives. It's a topic that poses challenges to national, regional, and international peace and security. Today, the cyberspace, no doubt, is being abused by those who wish to harm us.
Abubakar Tambaru, the Minister of Justice, explains why security in cyberspace is important in people's lives, and that without security, people will not enjoy their rights. He added that security and justice are two sides of the same coin and not mutually exclusive. He added that security is now today's major challenge in cyberspace.
We all know that technology has advanced tremendously over the past 2 decades. And while there is a clamor for more rights as this part of the world becomes more democratic, that means more freedom, more space, those who are up to no good will seek to exploit this freedom, and as the DG of NIA said, to harm us. And this is why today more than ever before, there is need for security and justice to work together to ensure that we get this difficult balancing act right. But the bottom line is that, as I said, without security, we won't be able to enjoy our rights.
Ofe Unkanrin of Benin, the conference chairperson, speaking at the closing ceremony, said the theme is about addressing security challenges and abuse of cyberspace. Fatimatu Bintu Abdullah Arsa thanked the President and people of the Gambia and the sub-regional body ECOWAS and all who participated in the workshop and shared ideas on promote national security in the region. The CISA, established in 2004, was conceived as a mechanism of dialogue, study analysis, consulting and adopting common strategies towards common security challenges and among intelligence and security organizations of Africa. Reporting for QTV News, I am Mamjara Isise.
8 suspects are in custody in the West Coast region for alleged possession of banned drugs. All of those in custody were arrested by personnel of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Alusise reports.
The fight against the use and trafficking of drugs in the country continues unabated. We're here at the Banjul police station where some individuals are currently under custody for allegedly being caught with these drugs. As you can see, these 33 bundles were discovered in Brusobi by drug officers during their usual patrol. Here we have almost 51 bundles of suspected cannabis discovered in Old Yundum, and Here is another batch of drugs discovered in Tibanor. This shows that the challenge is still there in terms of trying to cope, of course, the use and trafficking of drugs in the country.
Drugs law enforcement officers confirmed the seizure of 92 kilograms and 220 grams of suspected cannabis between April and June. These are the latest in a series of arrests arising from a crackdown on the use and trafficking in this popular drug. Cannabis is believed to be the most used drug among Gambians and seen by some as a lucrative business, though illegal trade by many who are. The authorities confirmed that those arrested were rounded up by various means, including ambush, spot checking, and raids. Maulud Fall, commissioner with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in the West Coast region, said those arrested will soon appear in court and explain the importance of the arrest.
Yes, definitely. It is important for this arrest because if you look at this substance we are supposed to be taken within the greater Combo areas and the provinces. So if we succeeded in arresting this substance, it means that we have stopped it from going to the market. So definitely it is very important.
Efforts continue to enlighten the public on the illegality and health implications of using these drugs. Usman Saidiba, Public Relations Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, said the arrests are a demonstration of the agency's commitment to fight all drug-related activities.
We cannot do it alone. We need the support of the general public. The populace has to join the bandwagon. These drugs that are here are for our market, and their target markets are our own brothers and sisters. We all know that DIP cases in Tanka account for the majority of the admission cases that they have in those places. We cannot be everywhere and at every time. Also, those who are bent on allowing public smoking or open abuse of drugs within their communities, this is a message from the management and the command that it will not be tolerated, and anyone who is found wanting will be dealt with according to the dictates of the law, specifically the Drug Control Act. Not stopping at that, also those who also obstruct officers in the due execution of their duty, let them know that it's illegal, it will not be tolerated, it will not be condoned.
With a leaky border and an increasing high unemployment rate among the youth, it is argued by some that the fight against drugs use and trafficking takes more than just arrest and prosecution, and that what is needed is action by government, placing an importance on the need to create more and decent job opportunities. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
On Saturday, July 12th, the Gambia Press Union will host the 4th edition of the National Journalism Awards. The day will see a series of events marking World Press Freedom Day and will recognize journalists who submitted entries in various categories for consideration to the GPU Awards Committee. Maria Tussar tells us more.
The National Journalism Award will bring together journalists and writers from different media outlets and will be the 4th edition, organized by the GPU and its partners. Updating journalists on Friday at the GPU headquarters, the coordinator of the award, Hadijatu Jawara, spoke about the annual event and why the award matters.
The Press Union is the umbrella body of journalists in the Gambia. The award is a flagship of the World Press Freedom Day. If you all know that May 3rd, every year, the GPU commemorates the World Press Freedom Day. So because of this, in 2016, the GPU, for the first time, as part of the World Press Freedom Day celebrations, came up with the National Journalism Awards ceremony. So the award is in line with GPU's mandate, which is to promote professionalism in the Gambia, so to celebrate and also to celebrate the work of journalists. So because of this, we came up with the National Journalism Award. So since then, every year, the GPU gathers people from all walks of life, from the civil society, private sector, diplomatic committee, and the other sectors in the Gambia to showcase the work of journalists and also to celebrate the work of journalists.
Awards Committee Chairman Musa Sise outlined the awards categories and the criteria for identifying winners.
We have 5 judges ranging from a university lecturer in Quran. Agnes Tomasi is the director of West Africa Democracy Radio in Dakar, a seasoned journalist. We have Hausum Sise, a senior lecturer at UTG and a seasoned writer and historian. We have Amijuf Cole. Ami was out. We have Esther Williams, who is also, and Isa Dabo, who is in Dakar, a seasoned journalist. And you name it, Esther Williams is also, a broadcaster and a journalist. So, this team, this group of people are all eminent and in their profession. So we can't question their integrity and delivery. These are the men and women who judge, who looked at the works that are submitted, to us. And of course, the result is what determines who the winners are.
The categories to be awarded on the night include political, business, environmental, women and children's issues, agriculture, health and medical, sport, human rights and future reports. Reporting for QTV News, I am Maria Tussar.
Well, congratulations to all nominees. We will go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, the news continues.
QCell proudly brings you yet another new number series, the 52 and 53 number series. We now have a massive subscriber base of 1.2 million that is still expanding. So QCell is also expanding its number series to accommodate more people as they join our amazing network. The new 52 and 53 number series have the same fantastic services and the same great charges as the 3, 50 and 51 number series. No different. Call, text, browse the net and roam all over the world with the 52 and 53 number series. There are no limits as you communicate with the Gambia's trusted network. QCell Sunyubus, the Gambia's quality network.
Life is sweet like chocolate. I'm steady counting blessings every day.
It's show time, it's fashion time. It's happening live at Q City the 13th of July. It's Tubaski style. Don't miss any moment of our Tubaski catwalk. Make your Tubaski outfit choices with classic designers featuring at the show Samuras, S-Dam, Aka Creation, Ada Creation, ANS Design, Gora Bitek, Wali Shop, Schoolboy Shop, Ruru Doll, ML Creation, S&D International, Oldest Creation, CK Creation, among other classic designers. Tickets, VIP, $500 and regular, $200 only. Come join the exciting fashion journey with QTV's Tubaski style on the 13th of July at Q City. For more information and tickets inquiry, please call 3244 or send us an email at marketing@qtv.gm.
Now the young nigga be ballin'.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Now let's take a look at Higher Education Minister Badara Diouf has revealed the Gambia government's plan to upgrade the Gambia Technical Training Institute into a university. He made this disclosure during the celebration of the 243rd independence of the United States of America. Here is an excerpt of his statement.
This time we upgrade the Gambia Technical Training Institute into a University of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology, which would have a two-pronged approach. One, we realize that some people are not very academically inclined, they are good with their hands, and therefore the university will continue the primary functions of GTTI, where they will go into some engineering and technician levels to give them the relevant skills that they need, so that it allows for vertical permeability, where those people who are academically inclined can go and do the degree of either at bachelor's or master's level, but with an applied aspect responding to companies, responding to the private sector. Now, this has the possibility of enhancing employment in three ways: self-employment, employed by the private sector, or employed by the public sector. That is important. If we have that critical curriculum that responds to the skill requirements which ministers to employability, it means we can now have the pull factor, bringing those those young people who have left this country to come back here and be able to apply themselves we'll give them the relevant skills so that they can make a meaningful difference in the development of this country.
The Gambia Immigration Department held a press briefing to shed light on matters surrounding the issuance of national identity cards. The department says that so far, more than 65,000 Gambians have been issued the national document, while only 89 have been rejected. They also warned the public to desist from any illegal attempts to get an ID card. Mamadou Lamin Choi reports.
Issuance of the ECOWAS biometric ID card started on the 1st of October 2018. The Gambia Immigration Department has so far issued these to thousands of Gambians who have met the legal requirements. Despite rejecting 89 people, the department says their decision is not absolute and that those rejected have a right of appeal. The laws of the Gambia spelled out citizenship requirements. However, applicants still have to go through a profiling interview as part of the process. In other words, one may meet legal requirements, but failing in the interview means not getting the card.
In an instance where an applicant is in attempting to answer questions posed to him or her by the profiling question is contradicting the facts that are stated in the supporting documents that he or she presents, then this will in no doubt leave the approving officer in a state of doubt as to whether this guy is genuine to acquire this ID card or not.
The immigration authorities also revealed that they have detected and halted attempts by some willing to commit forgery to acquire national identity cards. They further stated that the alleged culprits will be prosecuted, revealing that 3 alleged culprits have been successfully prosecuted.
It's very important for anybody who at this point in time is sitting at the corner of his or her house, thinking or planning to come to the immigration issuing centers to acquire himself or herself an ID, when actually he knew or have reasonable belief to know that he or she is not qualified or he or she is not a Gambian. If you come, you will be intercepted and then we will investigate you. And if you have substantive evidence against you, we are going to arraign you.
It may surprise some to know that the possession of a birth certificate does not automatically qualify one for ID card entitlement. A person's birth certificate merely means the registration of birth, and more proof is needed to gain an ID card. Semlex, a Belgian company, is in charge of processing the national identity cards of the Gambia. However, reports have emerged about the company being investigated in their country for an alleged multi-million-dollar fraud and money laundering. Despite this, the Immigration Department has expressed confidence in the company.
As far as we know, we are working with direct. For now, we don't know for the future, but for now, they are very credible, they are very genuine, and their service is outstanding for now. We appreciate it, we honor it, and we like it. So whatever may have been said, that is not something that we can officiate, for now, because it is not before us. We have not started experiencing it, and we have not heard it or we have not seen it.
Statistics from the department show that since last October until May, 210 applicants are pending verification and 194 are waiting to be interviewed. They dismiss allegations of tribal bias as the basis for any applicant's rejection, saying the law is what guides their actions in carrying out their functions. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Before we end this news bulletin, let's take a quick look at our main headlines. 8 people are in custody, having been arrested for drug-related offences. Enforcement officials say this is a continuation of a crackdown on the use and sale of illegal drugs. The first ever regional conference in the Gambia has ended. The event brought together security chiefs from ECOWAS sub-region to discuss and share ideas on tackling cybercrime. The Gambia Press Union is getting ready to host its 4th Journalism Awards night. The event will coincide with World Press Freedom Day, will reward entries in 13 categories. That's all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Do join us tomorrow, same time for more news. Thanks for watching.